The Bears are what we thought they were. They're what we thought they were. We played them in preseason. Who the hell takes a third game in the preseason like this? Bull. We played them in the third game. Everybody played 3 quarters. The Bears are who we thought they were. That's why we took the damn field. Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.
And we're live. Second take, week 13, baby. Solo cast as it is. I want to shout out, first and foremost, my co-host, Mike, celebrating his 3rd anniversary, I guess 3-year anniversary, if you will. Him and his lady, Alicia, they've been going at it pretty strong. Many of you all know she replaced me as the roommate, if you will. But super stoked for him. Happy for you, Mike. Hope you guys are enjoying tonight. And obviously this weekend, I know you have more plans stored, but that's pretty special, man. 3 years. But we'll carry on here on Second Take by myself for the time being. Xavier was supposed to join me tonight. Fortunately, something came up, some family matters. But let's kick it off with last week. Thanksgiving, right? Thanksgiving. Shout out to you guys. Unfortunately, we took a bye. The way it came up with all the stuff that was going on, Mike had family in town visiting. I had multiple parties to go to, different family parties. It was tough. Like many of you, I'm sure you guys were all busy. But the games weren't that spectacular, though, right? Opening us up with the Bears. I'll drink to them. Almost found a way to lose that one. Pretty shocking. But nevertheless, we had some big shakeups, some big things happen. It was intense. It really was. But let's keep it rolling. Let's move into the power rankings. It's kind of crazy. A lot of the guys, like Xavier said it in the group meet, a lot of things can happen here at the end to where certain guys get in. Because you just remember, guys, it's the top 10 essentially get in. 4 guys miss, but the bottom 4 guys out of those top 10, 7 through 10 all play for the wild card. So let's get to the power rankings. I'll demonstrate and show you as my dog is. What's up, buddy? I'm all out of loops here that it's just me. But power rankings. Ta-da! Not too much has changed. What's up, Oreo? Hi. Mike's still at 1, 10-2. Took an L last week. Though one he could give. He could either lose again, and he's still going to be a division champion. Shout out, Mike. Congratulations to you. $100 in your pocket. Half that buy-in. I know that feels great. Mike's got playoff championship. I'm not talking playoff. He has championship aspirations this year. Never won it. Been to the dance before. He plans to go again. Shout out to the guy who beat him, who's at 2. 2018. I'll never forget that year. Or was it 2017? As I say, never forget that year. Matt at 2. Big win. Danger. I know I did not believe in you at the beginning of this year, and it's insulting, and I should never doubt a champion. You were a part of the prestigious group, all 6 of us, and you're here again, heading into the playoffs, gonna probably win your division too. I mean, looking at we'll get the standings after this. I can show everything in detail a little bit more, but what a year you've had. Injuries as of late, losing Chris Carson. I mean, it's incredible what you've been able to do. It's spectacular. I'm happy for you here at 2, man. Let's move on though. Ryan Hannigan took an L last week. Ryan Hannigan, I gotta say something, man. I gotta bust you out. This man texts me and is upset that Joe did not start Dak on Thanksgiving Day. He says, what? Because obviously, he's fighting for a division spot, same spot that Matt's in, same division that Matt's in. He's playing for that spot, wants to win. Messages me and he says, I quote, doesn't this hurt the integrity of the league? Not starting him? But all jokes aside, Ryan didn't notice he picked up Heineke, which I don't believe. I think he made another ad and ended up not going with Heineke, if I'm not mistaken. We'll get into it in the results, but I just thought it was super funny. And I said, Hannigan, who I beat, by the way. I said, what makes you think you're beating me this week? I was like, why are you worried about taking somebody else? I don't know. Maybe you thought if Dave lost and he did lose, but I mean, maybe if he thought if he lost, it would help his chances. I get it. There's a long run of things, but I just thought it was super funny, super tangent. But moving on to 4, Dave didn't move, did take an L. Sitting here at 4, Alvin Kamara, man, out. I should have led this with the biggest news, which I guess we can get into it, Dave. Not to say anything about you, but you have the least amount of points scored out of the top 4. Just wanted to say that. Take a little jab at you. But 5, Piani. Holy cow, devastating. This is what happens when you try to build a super team, right? You lose depth, and your team looks great on paper, but one of these guys goes down, you got nobody else to return. Now, Piani would argue it's a 14-man. I wasn't gonna have nobody anyway, but Matt would say otherwise. Losing Christian McCaffrey and Dalvin Cook in the same week, that's tough. But how many GMs out there have both those guys on their team? Probably less than 3%. You got to be in a 14-man, probably 0. You know what I'm saying? We're probably the only one. But Piani at 5, it's kind of crazy. I just picked up Alexander Madison in my ESPN league. It is a 10-man. It's a Cousins league. I feel ecstatic about it. Ecstatic. But Piani at 5 here. He's gonna get the first round bye. Probably. I think I have him winning this week. I do. Spoiler alert. But here at 5. Then here I am at 6. Playing the guy right beneath me this week. Maybe game of the week. But my team has shown resiliency the entire year. We've battled. I believe we were 3-5 or something like that. We were down in the beginning. I know you guys are all got your hands up. We don't want to hear it. But Debo may be out, but that's fine. We got depth at the position. Tyreek comes back. I'm not worried. I'm not worried one bit. I think this is a good shot. I don't think I had the best team. I'll be completely honest. But I do think I have a real team who can contend this year. And that's all that matters, right? As long as I'm in the dance, of course I want the first round. I want the coveted week 14 bye. Give it to me. I got to beat somebody to get it. And you know what? And that's fine. At 7, we got Rob, my opponent this week, who I have to beat to ensure I get the first round bye. Let's hope it happens. Rob's got a very strong team too. Remember, Rob was down and out in the beginning. Shout out to Rob for persevering as always. This guy 2 years ago was in the league, got hammered by injuries. It was tough for him to work. Ends up making a run at the end, almost gets in as an 8th seed. Insane. I think that was before we jumped on this wild card format. No, it couldn't have been. We were wild card. Anyways. Shout out to Rob, man. Welcome back, baby. Happy to have you. The champ falling to 8. No Derrick Henry. No Derrick Henry. Winning against Dave, though, pretty big. And Dave was at full strength. It's moving to 7-5, Joe. Is this not the Joe record? He can afford to lose a couple more. Maybe he finishes 7-6. I'd say he's a little bit above average here. When I thought he had the worst draft, his worst draft of his Sandusky career, in our league, I thought he had the worst draft ever. But once again, the champ, he's a 3-time. There's a reason why he's here, and he's at 8. Probably is going to play in the wild card, but I'm not worried about him. I know he's not worried. At 9. I said it 2 weeks ago. This guy is falling, man, and I feel for him because Ryan Downs is a competitor, one of the best in our league. If I had to do a top 5, like a pick'ems, he's in my top 5 for fantasy GM. I really do mean that, Ryan. Ryan Downs comes prepared every year, has guys you never heard of. The Michael Thomas thing didn't work out on draft day. He thought he could, get him a little bit later. And he blames himself for that, believing in it, but he still has the guys like Tyler Lockett. He took his guy. I'm surprised he didn't get a Cooper Kupp. And I know he got cut at the end of the draft. And Downs would blame it on being, I think he was 13 this year. If Downs gets top 5 or top 7, maybe 8, watch out. That's going to be a scary year. Dark horse, I'm predicting to go all the way. This year, Downs, I don't give a hell, no chance to win the championship. I'm counting you out right here at 9. I'm starting with the knocking guys off. You're out. You're not gonna win a championship this year. Sorry, man. Guy who could win a championship. Guy who is coming up big. I want to shout him out, Xavier. He put it in the group me. Said it first. He said, if he wins this week, I'm in the play-in. If me and Jesse both win and Ryan Downs loses, we're both in and Ryan's out. If me and Jesse both lose, then I'm also in the play-in. So I got a feeling he's going to be, well, it's not technically the 8th seed. We're predicting he's going to win his wild card matchup and be the 8th seed, right? That's what we're saying. Xavier's the 10th seed. If all that goes, what I just said happens. Same goes for Jesse. Jesse overlaid it too. He needs Downs to lose and Xavier to lose, and then he gets in at the 10, which is very, very possible. But I do believe Xavier will make it in as a 10th seed, get his 5th win. It's crazy to say that. He has a playoff shot with 5 wins. It don't make no sense. But Xavier's team has put up big numbers. He belongs in the playoffs, in my opinion, from what his team has put up this year. But let's keep it going. 11, Jesse, Jonathan Taylor. The trade has worked out. Jonathan Taylor is not available next week, though. So if Jesse gets in, it's kind of like, for what? You know what I mean? But Jesse will tell you any given Sunday. Anything can happen. Player could go off. Shout out to Oreo in the background. I'm pulling for you, man. I'm pulling for you, Jesse. I think I got you winning this week. I think I do. As for these bottom 3 guys, Danny, there was a shot. There was a shot for you to go. You said you needed to win out. Didn't happen, man. It's unfortunate to be in the bottom 4. You're playing for the Fulford Trophy, baby. I think it's his first time. I mean, he's never won it, in my opinion. I don't think so. The 2 times never won the Fulford Trophy. So, Danny, if there's something you want to go for, this is the time. Mikey, finally, he misses the playoffs, has a bad year. Didn't think I thought it was like, I don't know what this guy's kryptonite was. I didn't think it was possible. Maybe it was the three bottles of Crown. Maybe that got to him. But Mikey seemed pretty level-headed. And Mikey handles his liquor pretty well. I've drank with this man on many occasions. Dave would tell you Mario Kart. Otherwise, that was a different night. But Mikey handles liquor pretty well, man. I think you were very well-mannered. I thought your draft was something. Marquez Callaway, right? Marquez Callaway, 4th round. We had high expectations. I took him in. I took him in the ESPN league, not in the 4th, but I mean it's a 10-man. What I say all year: go get your guy. Go get your guy. Last but not least, hard to see it. 2-10. Nate Dogg. This is bad, man. This is, you don't want it. I've never seen Nate finish last. If I could pour out 4 for you, I'd pour out 4 for you, man. Christian McCaffrey trades him away. Goes down. Got Chuba, but it doesn't matter because you're 10-2. You've lost too many games. A lot of close ones, Nate. I mean, he came on here 2 weeks ago, killed it. Wife even shouted it out, said that was one of the best episodes she's ever seen. Yes, the wife does tune in sometimes and listens to our banter. Loved it. And you were a hit, Nate, as always. But better luck next year, man. Better luck next year. And Nate, what you suggested has not gone unlooked. Garage Boys could be a thing. Could be a thing. We're probably going to be at a whole new venue, to be completely honest with you guys. Don't know where. Don't know when. Actually, I do know when. We're probably going to go another week back, you know, since there's only a couple, was it 3 weeks? Excuse me. Was it 3 weeks of the preseason? They cut a week, or they cut 1 week, right? So we're probably going to go back another week, maybe be a little cooler. Guys aren't sweating, not especially in tracksuits. But that's the power rankings, man. That's the power rankings. Let's go to the waiver wire. Only $11. A measly $11 are spent. I imagine guys, their fab's low. Even Ryan Downs has less than 100 fab. Guys spent this year. I think we're getting the system down. We've been doing it for a few years. I love it. I think it's the best way to do waivers. There were suggestions to do it. There were suggestions to do it in the basketball league. which I thought was kind of crazy. But let's get into it. Tevin Coleman, $9. The champ spent some money. He spent all $11. He had a Daniel Carlson, the kicker for Las Vegas, $2. Now, obviously, the Tevin Coleman ad makes sense. Dave's guy, I have him on my ESPN team. Wow, I'm blanking on his name. Rookie running back. We know him. I'm blanking. I apologize. Went down. It's going to be out a couple weeks. Tevin Coleman, good ad. Once again with the champ. These are the type players he gets late. Wayne Gallman, Devin Booker. These guys win him championships. Now, Tevin Coleman's going to, I mean, he's not going to play that entire time. This guy's going to come back. But who knows? Champ's got to win now. I understand the need. A great ad if you ask me. $9 a bargain. He also added, no. Moving on. Xavier picked up Rex Burkhead for the Houston Texans and Kenneth Gainwell, $0. Kenneth Gainwell, I believe Dave spent over $20. Fab. I could be lying. I know he spent some money, though. And I like this ad. Taysom Hill probably gonna start. That's what we're hearing. ESPN's got projected something like 22 points, Ryan. But I love it. The competition, the heat, the fire. He's needed quarterback help all year. And we also got to shout out Ryan Downs on losing his all-star number 1 pick, Calvin Ridley. All right, man. I that can't go unheard. It's unfortunate what happened. I would be so mad if that were me. And I believe you had shares of him in another league. I could be wrong. But Taysom Hill, $0, New Orleans quarterback, and the Cincinnati defense goes to Dave for $0. I picked with the Philadelphia defense a couple weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? That's the championship mentality, making ads for later. You look ahead. Amir Abdullah, who remembers this is a Piani guy for sure. Former Detroit Lion running back, now plays for the Carolina Panthers, $0. So he's getting that backfield. Obviously, Chuba Hubbard wasn't working out. Maybe he thinks Piani's like, let's go Amir Abdullah. Don't mind it. As we're rolling, let's go last week. We'll start here. Was this one game of the week? Might have been. I don't remember. It was absolute game of the week. I'm sponsoring myself twice. I love it. Ryan, we both were on a big streak going into this game. I believe you were on a 3-game win streak. I was on a 3-game as well. I irked it out here. Going into Monday night with Russell Wilson, I was a little afraid, but the 32nd ranked defense said otherwise. I obviously even 20 out of Carr, you're like, I should have just started Carr, stick with it, you know. But Russ got it done. He did enough. Pushed me over the edge here. Not really. I mean, the Broncos D 17 on the bench. I mean, that's where you left it. But I also left JD McKissic, right? Kind of is what it is. With a lot of D's and Q's though. Look at my team. We're falling apart here in Tyler fashion. I'm hoping David's supposed to get a lot more work. Jacobs. And on the flip side, unfortunately, what happened to DeAndre Swift, I mean, that probably would have been, you would assume he scored 10 points. You probably win this game, Ryan. Right? I think you were favored going in. I would never say that though, but I believe the NFL had you. But I came out on top, and I'll take it, man, because every win matters right now, especially if you're looking for that first round bye. I think I'm secured for a play. Yeah, absolutely. I'm secured for a playoff spot. And so are you, Ryan. Shout you out. But the first round bye is sweet. Super sweet. Moving on. What a close one here. Mikey's lost a lot of these. Went with Tyrod. Must have heard us complaining about his quarterback play. Piani lost some guys, man. Dalvin Cook. Don't you feel like Piani that fumble shouldn't have counted? He got destroyed. It wasn't his fault. You know what I mean? That didn't matter though. Piani got it done. Big win. No McCaffrey, man. No Cook. You gonna run with Zeke? And Madison. You're fine, Piani. You're fine. Man, what a season, Mikey. All right, as we're rolling here. Rob, man, came in and it took care of business, bro. Right on Danny, bro. Look at this team's hot too. I would not want to play Rob. Did not know Rob was a Dallas Goddard owner. Missed that. T. Higgins, big game. Don't expect that to happen all the time. And what about the Thielen? There was a lot of hate on Thielen, especially from the ESPN side, saying there's regression coming. All those touchdowns aren't going to happen again. This guy's having a great year. I think he's batting above where he was drafted. The ADP on Thielen was great. And then hopefully Saquon comes back and starts putting up these 20s for you, man, and get back to these old numbers. But Joe Mixon's just doing it all. You got to feel great about that. Herbert finally did something. Man, the Chargers. I'd love to grill Mike right now about these Chargers. It's probably just as bad as the Bears. I can't really talk, but moving forward, the champ came up big against Dave. Beats him down. Jalen Waddle. Did go with the Heineke start. Mark Ingram on the bench too. Quiet ad a couple weeks ago. Dave's got a little injury concerns at running back. Mr. Carter. Michael Carter, right? Yeah. All right. Moving forward. Danger Matt. Holy cow, 149 points. 44. Oh, that's right. Fournette had a game. That's right. He had all the touchdowns. 4 touchdowns, Leonard Fournette. That's not real. That would never happen again. There's nothing. Mike can afford to lose this one, right? Cordell came back in a big way. I benched Cordell in the ESPN league, guys. I did. I was like, well, he is Weapon X on their team, but I didn't expect 22. I thought they would or 27, excuse me, put some respect on his name. Didn't expect him to come back and bang out like that. Pretty ridiculous. Okay. My dog is being so needy right now. That's a good boy. Jesse getting the win where it matters most. Trying to win out. Says there's a chance. What's this recap? Series lead 5-1. Wow. Nate, Jesse has your number, bro. According to the NFL. Kirk, he made the right quarterback start? Yeah, he did. Yes, you did, buddy. Love it. Jonathan Taylor has been a revelation. Tony Pollard putting up the little 16. Must have been a lot of catches here. That's not a lot of yardage. Wow. Anyways, last but not least, Xavier. Moving 3 games in a row. 4th down. Oh, I love it. Xavier, shout out on these team names, man. They've been great. I've been loving it. He threw up the 4 with Tom when he got tore up by the Bears. I love it, man. I believe in you. I don't really believe in Ryan, unfortunately. Gibson had a decent game. Both running backs went off for Washington, huh? Van Jefferson. I saw that big bomb. I remember that big bomb. Yeah, it's going to be tough, man. Calvin Ridley. Just imagine you get Calvin Ridley, man. It's a sin and a shame. All right, let's move on to the predictions. Mike will be sending his in. We are tied right now, actually, at 52 apiece. 52 out of 77. We're omitting last week. It'd obviously be a little bit higher, but right here. This is a marquee matchup. This is a big game. Not really, I guess, for division rights here. I mean, Dave, let's load it up here. Let's look at the division real quick before we get into this. Yeah, so the tiebreaker is points for, boys. So Dave, I don't think you really got a shot. You would need Matt to lose and Ryan to lose, and you win. And then you got to outscore Matt. So you need Matt to have like a 50-point performance, and you get the ball out, which probably isn't going to happen. I'm pretty sure Matt has it secured. If Matt loses and Downs wins, if Matt loses and Hannigan wins, then yeah, Hannigan would get it. Shout out. So it's kind of cool to see in the Marvel division something really happening here. This is really neat. Unlike the other side where Mike took care of business this year, secured his 100. Secured it. Try my best. I dropped some games. Back to the predictions though. This is a coveted matchup here. Look at this 107, 109. Piani's down, guys, but it doesn't matter. I was talking about lack of depth. Oh, look at this flex play. Sterling Shepard. This trade comes back, huh? I think JD McKissick has outplayed Sterling Shepard, by the way, Piani. Shout out to me. I think I won the trade. It's safe to say. That's scary. Michael Gallup, huh? There's a lot of cues here. Kamara's gonna play? Kamara's gonna play, huh? I thought he wasn't gonna play. Questionable. Dave, we're hoping, right? We're hoping. I'm gonna take Piani here. I'll take Piani here for our marquee matchup. This could have been game of the week. Absolutely. Matt, friendship rivalry here. Both have won a championship. Matt is playing Danny. George Kittle. Peoples Jones on a bye. Who does he go with? Laviscus? The other side, obviously, I've already made my mind up. I got Matt winning this one by a big one. This guy's put up 149 points, folks. Danny, it's not your year. Let's focus on basketball, right? It's not his year. This is a must-win game for really both GMs. Let's be real. Joe's trying to get that first round bye. 8-5. I could lose to Rob. Nah, I don't know the points for. We had it still up here. 1385. No, it's close. It's close. Rob doesn't put in any points. It's possible. It's possible to get the first round bye, Joe. The champ looking to get this win here, but I'm going to take Jesse. Javonte Williams going to get a lot of work. A lot of work. Marquise Brown. Got some guys on bye. I'm still rolling with you, Jesse. Let's go. Let's go, Jesse. Beat the champ. Beat the champ to get in at 5-8. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Ryan Downs is playing Mike. This projection can't be close. Yeah. 20-point differential here. Stevenson. This guy doesn't have running backs. You literally don't have running backs. He's Clyde Edwards-Helaire the flex. We can't start Deshaun Jackson? I don't know. I'm taking you here, though, Mike. I need wins. I'm trying to get the pick'ems right. I'm trying for 1 year to win. I think I've lost the last 3. No consequence, though. We got to get that. We got to get that right. All right. Ryan Hannigan is playing Nate. He feels real good about this matchup. Projected to win big. Big victory here for him. And I'm also rolling with Hannigan. Shout out to you. He wins, you could potentially win the division. That's big. $100 in your pocket. Half the pay in, half the buy in. Mikey and Xavier. How fitting. This is kind of cool. Both these guys came at the same time. Mikey is out of contention, unfortunately. Right? 4-9. He would need a lot of people to lose. He would need Jesse to lose. You know what? Xavier, you're not out of contention, buddy. I'm sitting here counting you out, and you do have a shot. If you win, you beat Xavier here, and Jesse loses, you could be the 10th seed. I don't think it would matter. Travis Kelce. Look at this team. Look at this team. I'm sorry, bro. That team is that good. Oh, I'm taking it. Rex Burkhead getting the start, huh? You want David Johnson? I'll drop him for you. I would start. I don't know. Curtis Samuel in the starting lineup. He was at it. I'm rolling with Xavier here, but it's close. I mean, Mikey could win this game. In our game of the week. I'm featuring me because we're playing for the 6th seed. We're playing for the right to not play in week 14, which is great to have a whole week off. You wish you could rest your players in real life, but that's not the case here. Rob, what can I say? Good GM. Good. Great for the league. Love to have him back again. You guys know my ideas, know my plans. But if Darren Waller doesn't play, we got Conklin. We're ready to go. We're ready to play, guys. If we're not, if our guys aren't ready, I'm going to stick with the Cardinals deep. This is sad as a Bears fan. I picked up the Eagles. The Eagles are playing the Jets, and I love that matchup. But I kind of like the Cardinals D against the Bears more. You know how it is. Nate will tell you it's a defense league. You got to have two defenses to compete. You got to know who to start. You got to know which guys to flip flop. I'm taking myself here, as you would imagine. I've taken myself the entire year. Obviously, it's worked out most of the time, 7-5. But there you have it. There you have it. Predictions. Toast to the predictions. Obviously, that pretty much wraps up the episode as it was a solo cast. But the goal for the playoffs, I want to bring in more guys at once, do a kind of collab thing. Obviously, the wild card will feature all 4 GMs. We'll shout them out, talk about, we'll go a little more in depth because it'll be, week 14, it'll be a quicker episode as well. You guys know how it goes in the playoffs. People lose interest. We lose views. It's fine. I understand. I wouldn't want to look at it too if I lost. It was hard. I missed the playoffs for, doing these damn episodes, having to come on here and show face. It's tough. But shout out to the GMs who are in there and obviously the ones in contention. This has been the craziest year in fantasy for our league yet, to be honest, with in regards to making the playoffs. Like there are everybody besides Nate and Danny are in contention. And shout out to those guys because they were our drunkest draftees, right? Nate will obviously give it to Danny over him, but you guys are both pretty faded. And I don't know. It's not an easy achievement to win drunkest draftee. It is very tough. I would argue it's tougher than winning best draft. I don't know. But the objective, like I said, is to do some playoff episodes. Let's get a little spicy with it. Maybe bring the guys in and talk a little smack to each other. I'm going to reach out, obviously, next week. I'm fingers crossed I'm not one of them because I really don't want to. I don't want to be in the bottom. Man, that sucks to be in the bottom 4 to play. But yeah, week 13. Apologize for the bye last week. We usually miss 1 week a year. We try not to be, but it is what it is. Yeah. Good luck to all the GMs. Week 13, major week, a lot of playoff implications. I'm excited. I know I'm off this Sunday. I'll be watching. And obviously I'll be active in the group. But that'll wrap it up here. Go back to full screen for a second. That'll wrap it up here on Second Take for week 13. Have a good one, guys.